Stop right there or I will beat you. Or I'll whip you. Oh, hey, you guys. I was just practicing for a food fight and also practicing self-defense. Self-defense in a food fight. I don't really go for... I'm not really on the offense when it comes to food fights, but I believe that it's good to be prepared. So what's up? It's, what day is it? It's Saturday, but it feels like Sunday, if you know what I mean, which you probably don't, because I don't even know what I mean. Welcome to the Daily Alison. Woo! So much to tell you guys. So much that I even made a little list here. Let me just refer to it. Oh yeah. I have some sad news about Button, the dog that I want to adopt. It's good news for Button, but it's sad news for me. He is being adopted by someone else, so I hope you guys are happy that you stole that cute little dog right out from under my nose. That's cool. I'm sure there's going to be another adorable dog that I fall in love with. And I actually wrote this on my blog, so I don't mean to be redundant. However, it's weird that I could fall in love with a picture of a dog and that I could become so attached to a picture of a dog, and it makes me think maybe I don't even need to get a dog, I just need to get another dog picture. And I can't find the pictures of Button. I'm sure they're like cached somewhere, so any of you computer savvy people who know how I would do that, like I remember the original URL, I just don't know how to find it, so help me please. I need Button. I sure do. In other news, let me consult the list again. Oh yes, I have a bone to pick with Brazil. Once again, this is for my female viewers, all 4 of you, men, scratch your balls or something. Just kidding, I know that you do more than that. Hakapaloogie, just kidding, I know that you do more than those 2 things also. Sometimes I feel like you guys just really get me. And vice versa. Anyway, yeah, I have complained about the Brazilian hair straightening before, and I would just like to complain a bit more. It's been one month since I've had it done, and I just had to go over my whole head with a straightening iron. If I wanted to have to do that, then I would have just not done anything, you know? Instead of paying money to have my hair Brazilian straightened and to have this crap put on that granted smelled like chocolate, but I also couldn't wash my hair for a few days, and that is disgusting. Yuck. Also, once you have your hair sorry, I'm noticing all the flyaways. Once you have your hair Brazilian straightened, then you can't use shampoos that have sodium lauryl sulfate, which apparently I love. You can only use these like organic shampoos that barely lather or anything. So ladies, if you're out there and you've had this done and you found a good shampoo that doesn't have sodium lauryl sulfate, please send your message by carrier pigeon or Morse code. And lastly, tonight my sister and I are going to a play. We were choosing between, and I'm not making this up, Our Town and the Gazillion Bubble Show. The Gazillion Bubble Show claims to be unbubbleivable. It's this guy who like makes these giant bubbles and puts people in them and does all sorts of, it's like Cirque du Soleil but with bubbles, but not Cirque du Soleil at all. We chose Our Town instead because the reviews were even, if you can imagine, better than unbubbleivable. And it's about a town called Grover's Corner, I guess, which is, I don't know much about it, but that's cool. I like Sesame Street. And also it dawns on me that it is probably a tearjerker, and my makeup's gonna run, and it will jerk my tears, and I should have thought about that before I put on, you know, all this. Just kidding, I don't wear makeup. Alright, let's go to my guest. I have totally wasted a lot of time. Not wasted, just you know, used in a fulfilling way for all parties involved. My guest today is my friend Corinne. She lives a block away from me, and she is a writer, and she's very funny and smart, and she's very beautiful, but you won't know that because we're just going to talk to her on the phone because it's just how I do it. And the thing about Corinne is that she used to be the emergency hot chick on Maxim radio, and she does other voiceover stuff, so. She was shopping at Ann Taylor Loft earlier. And I wonder if she found anything.
Hello?
Corinne?
Yes.
Hello! You're on live tape with the Daily Alison.
Oh my god, it's so exciting!
I know, it is. How did Ann Taylor Loft go?
It sucked.
You didn't find anything?
Yeah, I don't like Ann Taylor. It was just a crappy line. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so I explained to them that you used to be the emergency hot chick on a radio show, and I'm wondering, when you did that, did you use a different voice? Because I also explained that you do some voiceover stuff.
Yeah, I had a feeling you would ask me about the voiceover stuff, so I actually considered pulling a Dustin Goot, just so we do what kind of voiceovers you could come up with on your own.
Now, pulling a Dustin Goot is a reference to when he didn't answer and I had to be both sides of the phone call.
Yeah, which is probably one of my most favorite Daily Alisons ever. I am a fan of the show.
Oh, thank you. Go on.
Yeah, so what kind of voices do I do? Was that the question?
Well, yeah, it was what voice did you use when you were the emergency hot chick?
Well, okay, one thing, I have done a bunch of different things for, albums. I've done some voiceovers for animation and a lot of radio, and then radio bits. And so every voice I do is based on someone real that I know.
Uh-huh.
And the emergency hot chick was supposed to be this kind of steamy, sexy dating and grooming guru who would enlighten men on all these things. And I actually based her on my mother.
Oh, crazy. And sort of Greek. Can you do the voice?
Of my mom? Yeah, sure, which is basically emergency hot chick. And
okay.
She used to constantly ask friends of mine to do handiwork around the house. She was divorced, yes.
Uh-huh.
So it would be something like, oh, hello, boys. Do you think you could come over after school and help me with some heavy lifting? There will obviously be something in it for you. I'm not even kidding you. I had to deal with that at 16. It was not a joyride for me.
Right. Creepy.
Usually our answering machine was, this is Sandra and Corinne, and we're all tied up right now. But as soon as we get loose, we're going to give you a call. Which is just kind of crazy, incestuous, lesbian innuendo there.
Yeah, that just makes you want to get your own line.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, so no, Emergency Hot Chick was based on my mom, and every single voice that I do is based on some person.
Right. What are some of the other ones that you do?
Well, I'll tell you the very first one I ever did was, and I'm actually going to give her an alias, because I don't want her to hear this and then sue me for defamation. But, so this girl, we're going to call her Jenny Miller.
Okay.
And she went to college with me. She was, adorable, 18, 19 years old, really kind of sweet, innocent looking with a bunch of freckles.
Uh-huh.
And she was from Boston, and this is literally what she sounded like. She'd be like, hi, my name's Jenny Miller. I'm from Boston. How are you? And, she was the cutest thing in the whole world. She has a voice that sounded like she'd been smoking since infancy.
Wow.
Absolutely ridiculous. So, one weekend, she takes one of our really sweet, innocent friends up to Boston. While they're in Boston, one of Jenny's friends is literally trying to have sex with my other friend. And Jenny throws herself in between them and goes, leave her alone. Get innocent. Take me instead. So he takes her into the other room, and my friend is traumatized. And apparently for the next 2 hours, all she could hear was,
oh, God.
Yeah.
Yuck.
So I would, I wasn't even there, but I would retell this story at, every party, and I was like, tell the Jenny Miller story. And some guy came up to me, and he's like, could you do that voice for an animated short that I'm doing? And I was like, yeah, sure, of course, I could do it. So that was my first voiceover gig ever.
That's so cool. What other voices do you do?
I have a favorite conductor on the F train. I don't know if you've ever heard her. She's a woman, and she's Irish.
I'm sure I have. Do it.
Yeah, she, loves to talk. She's like, hello. Let me see if I can get it right. It's 5 minutes past 9, and we're heading into Manhattan. Take care of closing doors, please. I absolutely love her because she's insane. And my landlord is another great one. Her name's Phyllis, and she's so Brooklyn. She's like, I'm looking around and I'm trying to decide where I should put the peonies. Because you want everyone to see the peonies. This is peonies, the flowers, and not panties.
Right.
Put them on the stairs. Should I put them on the sidewalk? I just don't know. I want it to look good. I don't want it to look all trashy with these crazy bright pink peonies all over the place.
I can't believe I don't make you talk in these voices more often. Now that I know that you do all of them, I will. You know what? Unfortunately, we are totally out of time now.
Oh, no.
I know, it goes...
That's my 5 minutes of Alison fame.
Yes, but you know what? We'll have you back as a repeat guest, I promise.
All right, well, thank you. It was fun.
Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Totally out of time, you guys. Bye.